Hey LifePoint kids, we're going to do our lesson online today, and you get to watch this video, and that will be our Sunday school for today because of the storm that's coming through. So one of the suggestions for crafts for this lesson that Deanna and I decided on was paper chains, and I made sort of one right here, looping pieces of paper together, stapling or taping them. You can make as long of a chain as you want, and that actually is part of a craft that talks about, that introduces the story. Our chain reminds us that Peter was in prison when he wrote his second letter. He'd been arrested for following Jesus. Even though Peter was in prison, he wanted to help other believers and remind them of what Jesus had done for them and encourage them to live like Jesus. That's what the story's title is today, Living Like Jesus. Peter was one of Jesus' disciples. He was a leader in the church and wrote 2 letters to help other people who were following Jesus during hard times. He wrote, "Jesus gives us everything we need. He gives us power to live for him." Peter reminded the people in the church how they should try to live. Anyone who has faith in Jesus should always try to have these things: goodness, knowledge, self-control, patience, brotherly affection, and love. Jesus is honored when we live like him. Peter wanted the believers to remember what Jesus had done for them. Jesus had died on the cross to take away their sins. Because of Jesus, God invites us into his family and gives life with him forever. Peter wrote, "God has chosen you and given you his power, so do everything you can to live like Jesus." Jesus lived a perfect life, and he died the death we deserve for our sin. When we trust in Jesus, God forgives our sins and changes our hearts. Jesus helps his followers live like him. So today, as a second craft, one of the things we were going to do in Sunday school was lace hearts together. So you could cut out hearts and punch holes in the edges of them and take some pink yarn or red yarn and go ahead and lace the hearts together. Hearts make us think of love. Jesus is the most loving person who ever lived. Jesus came to earth, lived a perfect life, and died the death we deserve for our sins. Peter encouraged believers to live like Jesus. And the last craft suggestion for you at home is to make thank you cards. My mom is a big advocate for thank you cards. If we get a present, she wants us to write a thank you card to whoever gave us that present so they know that we appreciate the gift that they gave us. We have lots of different thank you cards here in our house. You can also take a piece of construction paper and fold it in half and make your own thank you card. You can write on the outside of it, "Thank you." And then you can send it to someone who encouraged you to live like Jesus. That may be a teacher, that may be a friend, that may be a Sunday school buddy, and you can put those in the mail with the help of your parents. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you're staying warm, and we look forward to seeing you next Sunday.